Why are you singling India out for these additional
It's only
sanctions?
been
Hello, me monkeys. So you thought the Monkey Jungle Republic's banana stash was safe and sound? Ooh, well, think again because Uncle Don, you know, our head honcho swinging from the White House vines, has been tossing economic sanctions around like overripe bananas. And guess what? They're hitting all the other jungles far and wide. From the Panda Grove to the Desert Oasis, these sanctions are shaking up the global banana trade. But I know what you're thinking. Bananas? What are these sanctions? Why is Uncle Don flinging them around like giant stacks of monkey poo? And how do they affect regular monkeys like you and me? Well, this is all Trump economic sanctions explained using bananas. Picture this, my fellow monkeys. The Monkey Jungle Republic wants to flex its muscles without throwing punches. So instead of sending gorillas with spears and tanks, Uncle Don slaps a big ol' "No bananas for you" sign on other jungles. These sanctions block trade, freeze banana stashes, or cut off access to the monkey jungle's markets, making life tough for the targeted jungle's monkeys. Uncle Don's been using these banana blockades like nobody's business, especially during his first swing as jungle chief from 2017 to 2021, and no jungle is safe from his sanctioned slingshot and poo throwing. Now the question is, who's getting hit and what does this mean for the banana pile back home? Uncle Don's economic sanctions are like putting a lock on the banana vault. They're tools to pressure other jungles, with trade bans, frozen assets, or kicking their monkeys out of the global banana market. During his first term, Uncle Don Taco went sanction crazy, targeting over a dozen jungles from the desert oasis of Iran to the Panda Grove of China, and even smaller spots like the Caribbean Cove of Venezuela. Fast forward to 2025 and he's back at it, doubling down on old targets and eyeing new ones. Why? Because Taco says it's about protecting the monkey jungle's bananas, boosting local monkey jobs, and keeping rival jungles in check. But not every monkey's cheering. Some say these sanctions hurt more than they help. But what does this mean? First up, the Panda Grove of China has been gobbling bananas like nobody's business, and Uncle Don wasn't having it. See, back in 2018, he slapped tariffs or banana taxes on over 300 billion bananas worth of Panda Grove goods, from tech gadgets to bamboo baskets. Why? He claimed their monkeys were stealing monkey jungle tech, flooding markets with cheap stuff, and rigging the banana trade. Ooh, these tariffs jacked up prices on imports, making Panda Grove goods more expensive for regular monkeys like you and me. By 2020, a Phase 1 deal erased some tensions, but Uncle Don Taco kept tariffs on 250 billion bananas worth of goods. Fast forward to 2025, and Uncle Taco is swinging harder. He's pushed new tariffs up to 60% on some Panda Grove imports, targeting electric vehicles and semiconductors. The goal? Protect monkey jungle factories and keep the Panda Grove from dominating high-tech banana trade. But here's the rub. These tariffs make things like phones and laptops cost more bananas at the Jungle Mall. Even though some monkeys love it, saying it saves local jobs, others, they're grumbling about emptier wallets. Plus, the Panda Grove's fighting back, slapping their own tariffs on monkey jungle exports like soybeans and whiskey, hitting our farmer monkeys where it hurts the most. But what about the desert oasis of Iran? Well, Uncle Taco pulled no punches there. In 2018, he yanked the monkey jungle out of a 2015 nuclear deal, calling it a rotten banana. He hit the desert oasis with maximum pressure, sanctions, targeting their oil, their biggest banana species. These sanctions banned monkey jungle companies from buying desert oasis oil and froze their leaders' banana stashes in global banks. Not only that, by 2019, desert oasis oil exports had dropped by 80%, leaving the monkeys of the desert oasis scrambling for bananas. Uncle Don Taco's reason was that it's to stop their nuclear ambitions and regional meddling. But this act crushed regular desert oasis monkeys, spiking food prices and causing medicine shortages, among other necessities of life. In 2025, Uncle Taco keeping the pressure on, adding new sanctions on desert oasis banks and shipping. The outcome? Their economy is still gasping, but they're not backing down. they're cozying up to the panda grove for support. For monkey jungle monkeys, this means higher gas prices when global oil gets tight. It's a classic case of Uncle Taco tossing bananas to send a message, but the blowback's hitting everybody else in the country big time. Okay, we talked about the bear forest Russia before. Uncle Taco's sanctions here started light but got beefy. In 2017, he signed off on sanctions for Russia's meddling in the monkey jungle's 2016 election, which benefited him, targeting their tech and energy bananas. By 2018, he hit their oligarch monkeys. That's the rich bears with fat banana stashes, freezing their assets and banning them from monkey jungle markets. But after Bear Force 2022 invasion of the wheat fields, aka Ukraine, Uncle Taco's team piled on more, though he was out of the jungle's White Office. But in 2025, he's back, tightening sanctions on bear forest energy exports and banks to choke their war machine. You know, while rolling out the red carpet and giving a military flyby to the dictator of the Russian monkeys. Here's the thing, some of these sanctions did make life tougher for bear forest monkeys, but they also fought back. Monkey jungle farmers lost banana deals when Bear Forest banned their food imports, and with energy sanctions making fuel expensive for their jeeps, everything has fallen apart. The simple fact of the matter is that some monkeys are really hailing Uncle Taco's tough stance, while others believe that he's playing a double game, trying to be hard on one hand while also maintaining his status as dictator monkey's puppet. Even though reactions have been mixed, Uncle Taco had more jungles to take. So he tossed sanctions at the Caribbean Cove of Venezuela to oust their leader, banning their oil and gold bananas, which led to their entire economy tanking. He also hit the salsa jungle of Cuba with tighter travel and trade bans, squeezing their tourism bananas. The North Swamp of North Korea also got slammed with sanctions on their coal and weapons trade to curb their missile antics. Even smaller jungles like the olive grove of Syria and the mountain pass of Turkey caught stray bananas for various beefs. In 2025, Uncle Taco's eyeing new targets like sanctioning jungles tied to the panda grove's supply chains. It could be a global banana blockade. So what does all this mean for regular monkeys? Though sanctions sound like a far-off jungle fight, they still get to hit your banana basket where it hurts. Tariffs on the panda grove mean high-end gadgets and clothes are more expensive. Oil sanctions on the desert oasis and bear forest have jacked up gas prices. Lost export deals hurt monkey jungle farmers and workers. But Uncle Taco Don says these sanctions protect our bananas and our jobs, even though they've sparked trade wars and inflation, leaving regular monkeys with fewer bananas to spare. Business monkeys are faced with higher costs, and some, like tech or auto monkeys, struggle with supply chain chaos. On the flip side, sanctions seem to have boosted local factories, like when tariffs pushed companies to make stuff in the monkey jungle. Globally, sanctioned jungles suffer most. In the desert oasis, regular monkeys face medicine shortages. In the bear forest, food prices soar. Uncle Taco's administration argues that it's worth it to keep the monkey jungle safe. Here's the hard truth, fellow monkeys. Sanctions are a high-stakes game. With Uncle Don, who's tossed out about 5,000 of them, more than any jungle chief before him, and in 2025 still promising tougher ones, it's pretty important to know that every banana blocked abroad comes with a pretty big cost at home. The Congressional Banana Office estimated sanctions on the Panda Grove alone added 0.2% to inflation, costing regular monkeys hundreds of bananas yearly. The question is, do sanctions work? Sometimes, but they've hurt trades, they've slowed the war chest, but they rarely change a jungle's ways. Plus, sanctioned jungles could team up like the Panda Grove and Bear Forest, trading bananas to dodge Uncle Don Don's rules. You know, it's a real jungle out there, and the banana pile is getting messy, and there's no rules that stop all these other countries from dealing with each other as opposed to us. So there you have it, my fellow monkeys. Uncle Don Taco's economic sanctions peeled open like a ripe banana. From the Panda Grove to the desert oasis, his banana blockades are shaking the global jungle, for better or for worse. But at the end of the day, regular monkeys like me and you, we feel the pinch. But Uncle Don says it's all to keep our jungle on top. But do me a favor, everybody, keep your eyes on the bananas, because sooner or later, that bill comes due and we're the ones paying for it.